Alrighty, hopefully it's back online. And you know what? Hopefully the first part of this live stream it actually saves onto YouTube. I honestly don't know if it will be saved onto YouTube, but if it doesn't, I'm gonna be extremely disappointed. But yeah, welcome back everyone. This is Spirit RoseWolf, and during the time of this live stream, I actually had my laptop crash during the last part. So what you're seeing now is Shin Megami Tensei live stream part 8.2. So we're actually going to continue where we left off on the boss. Let me just refresh the... Wait, did I not save the... Oh my god, I did not save the... Please tell me that I actually saved where I... No, I didn't. I didn't save state as outside the boss. Why didn't I do that? Why did I load the save state all the way over here? Where even am I? Okay, well we're starting... Looks like we're starting this live stream strong again. The laptop couldn't take the sight of the spider boss. I know, right? Is that supposed to be a pole? I don't even know. And we're already dying again. Okay. You know what? I think I ran away from this battle, so let's just fucking run away. You know, I am so done right now. I am so done. I just want to get through this dungeon as quick as possible. And you know what? We're actually not that far, so I think we can make it. As long as we don't really fight much in this place. Man, I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for sending us all the way back here. But you know what? That means more Shin Megami Tensei for tonight. I was originally planning to end it soon, but hey, I guess you guys get a bit more extra. Consider that a treat, I guess. I don't care about you guys anymore. I just want to get to the boss. I want to get to that boss and find out what the heck that was all about. I still can't get over the fact that was just her ass, like, perpetually stuck in the... You know what? I gotta look this demon up. What was its name again? Arachne. I gotta look this up on the Shin Megami Tensei wiki, because obviously, as par for a Shin Megami Tensei game, everything has to have roots in mythology. Everything had to exist in at least something, you know? Whether mythology, religion, fiction, either or, there's always an origin to it. So let me actually look up what Arachne is. Like Fallout 4. Scar, no. You're thinking it takes place in a real-life setting. Well, it kind of does. S&T does take place in actual Japan, but I'm talking more of the demons and the monsters actually being based off of things from mythology and religion. Like Pisaka's here, they're actual demons of, I believe it's Buddhist, or is it Hindu? Either or, you know, they all have origins in some fashion. And yeah, we already seen this cutscene. Snow, yeah, she was reincarnated as a messiah. People think she's a Jesus and stuff like that. Oh yeah, actually that is the actual reason why the Messians think she's the Messiah. Because, well, someone who was apparently killed during a nuclear fallout, someone who was confirmed to die during a nuclear fallout, and suddenly be reborn as the exact same person after that, you know, sort of it sort of ties into the Jesus parallels, so it kind of makes sense why they saw her as the Messiah. Yeah, that's basically the whole reason why she is considered that. It's kind of like Final Fantasy mixed with God of War. Yeah, that's kind of it, Sly. All right, we actually made it to the boss as quicker than I thought we would have. All right, so before we actually go in, save state on all the states. And before we before we do this, I was actually looking up Arachne's wiki page, and oh my god, that is a thread. It's a thread coming out of her ass. Oh, this is the weirdest design ever. Seriously, where is this thing from? History. In Greek mythology, Arachne was a spinstress who wove beautiful tapestries. They were so beautiful, she claimed that she was better than the goddess Pallas Athena. Angered by this, the goddess of wisdom challenged her to a spinning duel? Oh wow. I guess I guess that's the consequences of not having TV back in the day. In some interpretations of the myth, Arachne defeated Athena. In others, Athena proved the superiority of the gods to man, and Arachne hung herself in distress. Holy shit. Is that what the string is supposed to be? Is that supposed to symbolize her being hung? If so, then why is it out of her ass? Is it because she's... Is it a symbolic interpretation of saying suicide is shit? Because if it is, I agree with that. 100% agree with that. And yeah, hung herself in distress. Whichever the case, Athena changed the poor girl into a spider, so she may weave forever. And because of this myth, all members of the family of the spider family are called arachnids. Oh, this is interesting. So the term arachnids was coined off of this character in Greek mythology, Arachne. So yeah, she's apparently from Greek mythology, and she challenged the gods, and Zeus, being the petty jerk he always is, like always, well, the petty horny jerk he always is, it turned her into a spider. That honestly does not seem fair, but you know what? I'm not gonna blame them. I'm not gonna challenge Zeus. I mean, seriously, have you seen what kind of stuff that guy can do? There's not much here to steal, Sly. Just a journey through the realms. Yep. A pretty boring journey, I must say. Alright, let's get back into this. Who's there? Who dares interrupt me when I'm finally enjoying myself? Humans? Well, that's certainly not what I expected. I was just about to get this girl under my complete control. I won't let you interfere at my moment of triumph. Okay, so I don't know if the live stream actually caught this before my computer like died on me, but I was basically saying basically making a joke, saying seriously, you really think you can get this girl under your control? You've been doing this for like a whole month already. I was basically making a joke at the live stream. But now I had to explain the joke, so the joke is ruined now. Thank you, Arachne. Now you have to die because I had to explain the horrible joke. Femme Arachne. So yeah, this is the demon that has been possessing Snow's mind and is apparently trying to kill her. Fun fact, in supplementary material, and by supplementary material I mean the added visual quests, which are sort of like a extra mode in the GBA and ISO remakes of this game, you actually find out that Arachne was once a demon of Ozawa, and Ozawa sent Arachne to actually take control of Snow because he feared the Messiah's power would eventually overthrow his thrown at Shinjuku. Kinda bit him in the ass there, considering we're the ones who killed him. But now we actually take care of his final demon, Arachne. And we finally had the boss theme back again. But you know what? I'm kind of getting a little tired of this particular version of the boss theme. I mean, sure, it's an okay version of the theme, but for those of you who have played the remakes of Shin Megami Tensei 1, and by that I mean the ISO version, you would know that the boss theme actually got a remix of a sort, and not just a remix, it also added a bit more to the song, basically a second verse to the song. So why don't we actually have that play in the background during this? There we go. Now this is much better in my opinion. Alrighty, now let's get into this boss battle, with the PS1 version of the Shin Megami Tensei 1 battle theme playing in the background. We have only half a party, so can we really do this? Green Raccoon? I didn't notice that we had only half a party until just now. I completely forgot to equip my demons. Oh, this is just perfect. But you know what? I think we can get through this. I think we can get through this as long as we continue. As long as we keep our health high. So you know what? Let's actually save state right here just in case. Let's see, Archangel. You are gonna start out with a Hama, or not Hama, Agilao. Let's see if that does damage. Malgrim, you're just gonna use your gun. Hopefully we can put this thing to sleep. And Arthur, you're gonna do your thing and use your Zanma. Let's see how much damage this can do. Arthur casts Zanma. 55 damage! Sweet! Archangel casts... Oh, but she has Mazanma, which hits all of our party members. And Malgrim at 51. Okay. I'm starting to see why we should raise our magic stat, because our magic defense is basically shit right now. With Malgrim at least. 2 more Mazanmas and he's basically down. Ugh. I didn't actually pay attention at what Agilao did, but you know what? Let's use Archangel's diorama to keep Malgrim in check. And while Malgrim is being healed, let's actually bring out some of our other demons. Atsuyu, you stay in front of Archangel. And Arthur, you actually keep doing what you're doing with Zanma. $55 damage. Alright. Okay, and we healed right before she could use a Mazanma. Oh, really? Physical attacks? Oh, Atsuyu took 92 damage? Oh man, his defense must be pretty low. Some wall you are, Atsuyu. Might as well just use the extra attack. Or... Can we actually not choose the extra attack that he uses? Like, I know he has 2. I think it's like Bite and something else. But can we actually not choose it? No, we can't. It's actually randomized. Huh. Interesting. Alright. Well, I don't really care about that, so let's just continue healing. I kind of want him to be a wall, just so he could take some damage. Malgrim, let's have you use a Life Stone on Arthur, just in case he doesn't go down. And Arthur, you're gonna be our main damage dealer here. And she has Marin Karin. Archangel's been enthralled. Oh. Well, you know what? I'm glad it was just Archangel, because if she was able to charm all of our characters, that would have been a big issue. And plus, she ended up wasting a turn, so... You're gonna die, bitch. You're pretty much nothing at this point. I know you're charmed, Archangel, but we might as well have you do some stuff. Let's have you continue to use diorama. Malgrim, let's start using your guns, and Arthur, keep doing what you're doing, baby. Yeah. Can we actually put her it worked! It worked! We could put the boss to sleep! Oh man, it must be really uncomfortable going to sleep when you're hung in the air like that, especially by your ass. Speaking of the PS1 version, it's also added the fiends and the bonus bosses. Alright, Angel. Angel. Did I call you Angel? Oops, sorry. Green Raccoon. My bad. Yeah, they did add the fiend bosses in that version, and it even had they even had their own exclusive battle music, which is sort of like a precursor to the fiend themes from SMT Nocturne. Which in my opinion is pretty damn interesting because, you know, I always thought that the Fiend theme in SMT Nocturne was the original version, but no, it actually was an original song in 133 damage. Yeah, Atsuyu is totally dead. But yeah, I always thought that theme was originally from Nocturne, but no, it's actually from SMT 1, 2, and even If. In fact, If even has its own version of that theme, remix for Alice, for the Alice boss battle. Which is kind of cool, because Alice has her own boss battle theme, and it's the Fiend theme, no less. It really goes to show you how powerful Alice really is. Nice to know I'm your angels. Damn it, why are you all so sweet? I'm back. Oh, hey, Scar. Welcome back. Yeah, so far this boss really isn't doing much. I mean, other than knocking out our Atsuyu pretty easily, she's really not doing much to our other characters. As long as we keep Archangel on the healing duty, this boss is not gonna kill us. It's just not. Also, I fucking love the bass in this version of the theme, the boss theme. This bass solo they added in the PS1 version is like amazing. It's like the popping bass. I can't help but bop my head whenever I hear it. Alright, Archangel, for being charmed, you're actually doing a lot, so let's just keep you on healing duty. And I think our guns are just perpetually putting our Arachne to sleep, so she's pretty much not doing anything anymore. And she's defeated! Yep, just like that. Oh man, that was actually pretty damn fun. You know? I mean, after recovering from the sort of embarrassing of stream cutout in the first part, we actually were able to make this boss pretty enjoyable and easy. So yeah, let me just put the music back on. There we go. And we got a ton of experience for that. Level 38. Getting close to 39, where I actually have a note here on a certain fusion that I want to do during 39. But for now, let's just focus on our luck. We're gonna raise our luck high. Too bad there's no casino in this game. I would have dominated the casinos in this one. And Arthur leveled up again. Sweet. Let's see. I think I'm gonna just focus on his speed for now. I want him to be the fastest. I want him to be the fastest thing alive here. I'm saved! Thank you. Come back to the outside world as soon as you can. So, was she just like watching us in that room that entire time? I guess so. Oh man, it must have been torture for her to just watch Arachne in that weird ass pose the entire time. And yeah, by the way, we have to backtrack through this entire dungeon just to get back to the Psycho Diver. So yeah, we basically have to go through this entire dungeon again. Yippee! I mean, it's no Diamond Realm. It really isn't as bad as the Diamond Realm. The Diamond Realm had you go through the dungeon 5 times. Actually, I think it was like 6 times. And it's even bigger than this dungeon, so I'm kind of glad we we didn't have to do something like that here. And thankfully enough, this is like the last dungeon in the game that has this sort of graphic to it. You know, the whole pure walls and surroundings filled with just one color. Yeah, the Diamond Realm had it, this dungeon had it, and thankfully we don't have to worry about it ever again in this game. So I'm honestly very glad about that, because now we can actually focus on important stuff, on interesting stuff, more interesting stuff, like we're actually going to progress with the actual plot, which, now that I think about it, the actual plot is basically just traversing and surviving and stuff like that, so... Also, I just noticed we're not even encountering any enemies or random encounters. I think now that we freed Snow's mind from the demon, there are no more random encounters. So, that's pretty cool. You know what? I'm glad. I'm kind of glad that Atlus did that, you know? They made it easy to backtrack through the dungeon by not having any more random encounters. I mean, sure, you have to go through the entire dungeon again, but it's not like you have to suffer through it. So, I'm actually glad about this. Return to the style of dungeon in the neutral route of SMT2. Oh, really? Neutral route, neutral route. I don't remember a moment in SMT2 where we returned to this place. Wait, now I remember it. Yeah, the New Game Plus dungeon, where you actually go back to the Diamond Realm in SMT2. Is that what you're referring to, Green Raccoon? Because if not, then we have to go through this kind of place all over again. Well, at least SMT2 is a much more enjoyable game in my opinion. The story and the fixes to the combat are much better in SMT2 from what I've seen. I genuinely love the story in SMT2, and the characters are wonderful, so I honestly can't wait to get to that game. I am super giddy to get to it. But for now, we have to go through SMT1. And of course, I don't even know if I'm going to play through SMT2 as soon as we finish SMT1, because I'm actually planning on playing through SMT if... ... after SMT1, because that game technically sort of somewhat takes place after SMT1, but also not. It's very confusing. But yeah, the next game I'm going to play is definitely SMT if, and I'm gonna save SMT2 for after that. Let me open up the guide again. I need to take a look at my map. Where the heck am I even going? Not SMT2, SMTF. Oh, you were talking about SMTF. Really? Well, I kind of don't know anything about SMTF if either. Well, the dungeon layout and the small story bits of SMTF I don't know about. I know about certain things like characters and the overall story, but that's more so because I sort of spoiled myself of the game before it was actually released, before the Aeon Genesis ROM was, before the Aeon Genesis translation was released like a year ago. Because before that point, I didn't even think the translation would even be released at all. I would have thought SMT if would be one of those games that would just forever be a Japanese-only game with no translation whatsoever, fan-made or official. And you know what? It was definitely a sad time for SMT fans. Wait, did I just go through it? Yeah, I went through a cutscene. Well, at least I know I'm close to the exit of the dungeon, so this is actually good news. Where even are we, though? And where's the Psycho Diver? Oh, he's at the right. Okay. So we could go through that snake path in the top. Or we could just go through the entire bottom section again. You know what, I kind of just want to get over with this, and let's just go through this section right here. It's not going to be any quicker. But yeah, we technically saved Snow from this demon. She's now free, and yes, it is technically Snow. I think we've all made it clear at this point now that this is Snow that we're saving. Which is kind of interesting when you think about it, because you know what, I was going to spoil something, but you know what? I think I'm going to save that for later, so for now, let's just go through this last portion and get to the Psycho Diver. I think this is the Psycho Diver. No, it's not. It's actually to the south. Here we are. Alright, you saved the girl, and that foreboding black mist dissipated. Alright then, we're leaving her mind. Thank God. If I don't have to go into another girl's mind ever again, it'll be too soon. Psycho Diver. The girl's safe. Looks like my job here's done. I'll, let you take over from here. Wink. Alrighty, dude. Alrighty. What, do you think we're gonna have a threesome? There's like 2 of us here. Just... Malgrim, you came. You saved me. And yes, it is her. They actually outright say that it's Snow now. Alright, so what the hell is going on here? Why are you still alive? I mean, I'm grateful that you're alive. You're awesome, but why? It looks like I was reborn into this world again. My memories of the past life are all gone. Are all but gone. Okay, so she was reborn into the world, again, Jesus style, which explains why the Messiahs thought she was the Messiah. And apparently she remembers nothing of the past life, so she remembers nothing about being the leader of the resistance, she remembers nothing about fighting Goto or the American army, but apparently she still remembers us, because she still calls us Magram. However, one thing I remember was you. My fate is inseparably intertwined with your own. I must accompany you on your path, wherever it may lead. No matter where you go, I will follow you and be there with you. And that's basically an indicator to say, no matter what alignment you choose in this game, Snow will always be there for you as a partner. Which is sort of sweet when you really think about it, and also an interesting game mechanic, because, you know, her current state of affairs, she only remembers Magram, and she's apparently obsessed with us, according to how she said it. So yeah, it makes sense that she would just follow us no matter what path we take, whether we become genocidal maniacs or religious zealots. Snow joined your party. And we finally got Snow back in the party. Thank goodness. Although, looking at her HP, what the hell is going on there? She's level 38! And yet her HP is at 90. That's why. Her vitality is at 7. So yeah, she technically didn't raise any of her vitality at all. But yeah, if you notice, Snow is at level 38. Last time we left her, she was like around level, I don't know, in like the 19s and the 20s. So yeah, during the time that we haven't had her, she's basically leveled up to the point where we're at right now, and she's raised her stats. Most specifically, her magic stat, her intelligence stat, and her speed stat. The only stats that are really important to her at this point. Because yeah, like the previous life she had, She is adept at magic, so she's basically going to be your magic damager throughout the entire game. She's basically going to replace Arthur at this point. Although with her current HP, that's probably not going to be a wise decision. Well, let's see what magic she has right now. Might be useful. Well, she has Diorama, so that's a good start. Mapper, Mipatra, Posmoody, Medea. Oh, sweet. We finally have someone who can actually use Medea again. So that's the all healing spell. Diarahan, which is actually the level 3 healing spell, which heals one character for full health. Not a little, not a lot, full health. And she also has a really awesome spell called Traport, which I think I can show off right now. Snow casted Traport. And we're at the beginning of the dungeon. Or the terminal, technically, that's near the beginning of the dungeon. Yeah, it's a teleporter spell, which, fun fact, was also the spell she used on us to get to teleport us away from Tokyo during the ICBM attack. It's how she saved us from a nuclear fallout. So that's kind of interesting. She has access to Traport. What are you guys saying in the chat? We saved her. Let's throw a party. Finally. It's been like 3 parts. So glad you glad I gave you these names, huh? Yeah, I kind of am, Arsenal. I'm kind of growing on them. They're growing on me. So reincarnation, basically. Yeah, basically. Although there's more to it than that. There's a reason why Snow in particular was reincarnated. I mean, after all, you kind of have to be special in order to... I mean, I don't know the rules, but I think you would have to be special in order to be reincarnated, like Snow did. So apparently there's more to this that we don't know at the moment, which also sort of... We also have another question besides the reincarnation thing and why Snow was reincarnated. Mogrim. Mogrim himself. Apparently him and Snow are connected in some way. In a deep mental level as well. Because every time Snow got hurt during a full moon, you know, before we saved her, Mogrim would also be hurt as well. So there's something going on here. For some reason, Mogrim and Snow have some sort of connection, but we don't know about it yet. Not even Snow and Mogrim know about it yet. But apparently it's important enough to save Snow, because if we didn't actually save Snow, Mogrim would have most likely died, according to the Psychodiver anyway. But exactly what is going on here, we'll have to figure that out eventually. Yeah, her holy crap, her HP is low. Yeah, her HP is super low. I think I probably should have invested some points in her vitality before we lost her. But we're definitely going to do that from now on. Once she gets level ups, we're going to be focusing on her vitality. Also, since we have her in our party, let me just open up OBS. Arthur, you get out of the way there. And there you go. I moved you to the bottom. And Snow, you're at the top. So there we go. We have a new party now. Lobo's out of the picture, and you know what? Good riddance to him, because we really didn't need him at this point. Now we have Mogrim, his quote-unquote best friend, and his apparent partner for life, Snow, who's, I guess at this point, Jesus? I don't know. We have Jesus on our side, and she's a woman. So, is this game done yet? Oh, Scar. Oh, Scar. We're only at level 38. This game won't be done until we're like level 60 or 70. Honestly, I don't think we reached the halfway... according to Green Raccoon, we actually did reach the halfway mark. So yeah, we're actually getting pretty close to the end of the game. I mean, to the middle point of the game, apparently. which I'm honestly very glad because we've been spending so much time just trying to get our party back together. Well, I think now that we've finished that horrible dungeon, I think this would be the best place to end it here. But before we actually end the live stream here, I actually want to spend some time and do something real quick. As you see here, I've been hoarding a couple of incenses, which are the permanent stat increasing items. More specifically, the magic incense and the intelligence incense. The two stats that have to do with the magic of the game, with the spells. I've basically been saving these up for Snow, and I'm going to be using them on her only. So let's start using these magic incenses on her now. That's right, we just gained 2 free points in magic and 1 free point in intelligence, and those are permanent. So let's check our stats now. Yeah, Snow is rocking some pretty high magic at this point. And by the way, if you want to learn spells fast in this game, you want to raise the intelligence stat. The intelligence stat is what gives you these spells. I believe the equation has to do with your intelligence stat, your magic stat, and your level, but most specifically, your intelligence. It's a pretty complicated fraction equation that has to do with fractions, and you know what, I don't even have time for math right now. I don't want to think about it, so let's just end it there. Let's see what other instances we have here. Do we have any other instances that we could use? No. Alright, well, we pretty much used all our instances. So from now on, whenever we get magic or intelligence instances, they're going directly to Snow, because she's going to need it. And anything else is going to mock her. But yeah, I think this is the best place to call it off now. So, thank you all for joining me in this live stream. We finally got through what is, in my opinion, the hardest and what is probably the most boring part of the game. We're now going into some interesting territory here. Next time, I believe we're going to head to Roppongi. Let me take a look at the guide here, and the next location, yep, the next location is Roppongi, or Roppongi, however you pronounce that, where we'll be meeting a couple of interesting characters there. Quite possibly a character that could potentially be a very important figure in the Megami Tensei series. So next time, definitely look forward to that. Well, as all that said, this has been Spirit RoseWolf, and thank you all for joining in this live stream. So I will see you all next time. Have a good day. Later.